Hi everyone, it is Tara here at Dauphin Public Library. Before we get started, I'd like to acknowledge that the land I am on is the traditional territory of many nations, including the Anishinaabe, Métis, and Oceti-Sakowin, and is Treaty 2 land. So, it is New Year's Eve today, and I thought we'd get comfy and I'd share some of my favorite books that I've read this past year. So I tried to narrow it down. I read 132 books this year. Probably at least half of them were audiobooks. So doing other things while consuming those books. So that's not just sitting on my couch reading. Um, but I really loved most of the books that I read, so it was very hard to narrow it down. Now, I wouldn't say I picked favorites, but I definitely picked, okay, I maybe picked favorites, but I also tried to narrow it down to the ones that really left a big impression on me. Um, so this video is going to be me narrowing it down to I guess the one that made the impression the most to me from each category of adult nonfiction, fiction, YA, and junior. So, of course, none of those books are actually in the library right now. They're out at other places. Um, the books surrounding me, though, are all definitely ones that I fell in love with this year and really mean something to me. But um, let's start with her junior book. So I printed off a teeny tiny little picture. The junior book, my top pick for the one that made the biggest impression to me this year was The Stone Rainbow by Lane Shaw. Um, it it's an amazing book and well worth the time, I think, no matter what age you are. My YA pick is one called Monday's Not Coming, and it is by Tiffany D. Jackson. And we only have access to this as an audiobook through the Libby eLibrary Manitoba system. Um, but it is an amazing book. Once again, definitely worth your time no matter what age you are. It was fantastic. Uh, On to my adult fiction book pick. The Bookwoman of Troublesome Creek was the one that I can't stop thinking about it. There's actually 14 adult fiction books that I sort of narrowed the list down to. So there's a lot that I loved. But this is the one when I look at the pile of 14, this is the one that I I feel is is the one that made the biggest impression on me. Now, um, when it comes to nonfiction, I really had a tough time narrowing it down. Um, I think I think Braiding Sweetgrass by Robin Wall Kimmerer, sorry, is probably the one that left the biggest impression this year. However, um, there were there were four others that are so incredibly close, and it's hurting not to tell you about them right now. Um, but Braiding Sweetgrass is the one I'm going to say for the one that I liked the most this year, or the one that left the biggest impression. So, uh, I miss talking with you all about books when you come in and sharing my thoughts and suggestions and ideas. So I thought I'd do this. Uh, So this is going to be the first video. I am going to do other videos right from this spot talking about the piles of other books. They're going to be videos, I'll section them off, so junior YA, adult fiction, and adult nonfiction. And you can tune in to our YouTube page. Did you know that we had a YouTube page? I have shared it a couple times this year, but I don't think people realize we have one. We have a Parkland Regional Library YouTube page that was developed a few years ago. Um, and I've been putting some content on there this year. It's our best kept secret around here. So that is where the rest of the videos will be. So if you want to hear about the 14 other adult fiction or the 4 other nonfiction, the 10 YA, and I think the 11 junior fiction, go to the YouTube page and I will have more videos for you talking about the books that I just couldn't resist this year. Thanks for tuning in. Happy New Year, everybody. Hope you are all safe and well, and see you in the new year. Bye.